mathematical physics, where differentiation should be explained from basics. They are asking to do once again because we didn't understand this side. Okay, so okay, fine then. As we have we are going to start differentiation from today once again. Okay, so टाइम को आने की कोशिश करो जरा, टाइम को आने की कोशिश करो. 9:59 here. Now differentiating with respect to x, he is asking us to differentiate with respect to x here. This is not physics, this is purely maths, and we are going to try to understand how we have to solve the problems of mathematics by using differentiation here. So I told you that what is the meaning of differentiation. I have given a beautiful idea about what is the meaning of differentiation. See, the meaning, general dictionary meaning of differentiation is you are splitting a huge thing into small parts. Differentiation is nothing but splitting a huge thing into small parts. If you don't know how to deal with a huge thing, then we have to divide into smaller parts here. For example, I have given an example of, for almost all the students, I have given an example that if you want to find out an area of a leaf, okay, so if you want to find out an area of a leaf, we can't find an area of a leaf directly because it's a huge body, but it's having irregular shape. You can find out an area of a rectangle by using the formula length into breadth. You can find out an area of a square by using a formula side square. You can find out an area of a triangle by using the formula half into base into height. But this type of irregular shaped body, we can't use any formula. Then how are you going to find out an area almost approximately? Because we can't find out accurately, but very close, approximately we can get the idea. So what is the method to find out the area of this leaf, which is taken as, let us imagine this is L. Okay, so what you have to do is you have to divide this leaf into very small parts. That means you have to draw this leaf on a graph paper. Okay, this is called as differentiation. When we don't know how to deal with a huge body, we don't have a direct formula to deal with a huge body, then we have to divide the huge body into smaller squares. And each and every square is showing 1 centimeter square for it on a graph paper, 1 centimeter square. Now you should add all these squares now. Complete squares you have to add first. Okay, then what you have to do? Complete squares if you add, then after that you have to add the smaller squares. Like for example, these three combined together you can take it as one square. Now these two combined together you can take it as one square. Okay, and this and something else like combination of these two, you can take it as one square like this. Okay, and this you can take it as one square. Like this we can find out an area of each and every square, and smaller parts which are not complete squares we can add them by just joining them. Okay, so this is called as differentiation. And once you find out an area of each and every square, then you have to add them. You have to add them. Adding is called as integration. Okay, so I'll give you a beautiful idea of how you have to find out. For example, this is the path of your college from your house to college. You are going like this, and what is this going to be? Let us imagine this is going to be a distance. Okay, and you want to find out what is the instantaneous velocity of your bike from the journey when you started from house to college. So how are you going to find out that one? So you have to divide this into smaller part. See, smaller part of a curve is appearing to be a straight line. Okay, for example, you are taking a circle. In this circle, if you take a smaller part, it appears to be a line. So therefore this can be taken as smaller part of the total distance ds, and the small time. For example, from house to school it is 10 kilometers and you are going to travel in half an hour. Okay, half an hour. 10 kilometers you are going to travel in a half an hour. But here, when I divide a huge body into a smaller part, that is called as differentiated part of a distance, that is ds, and a small time from half an hour, I am taking a very small part of the total time, I am taking as ds. So for example, this ds is taken as 1 meter and this dt is taken as 1 second. For example, your bike is traveling with a speed of 1 meter per second, And instantaneous velocity of your bike means it is shown on a odometer, speedometer. It shows 76 kilometers per hour. And if you increase the speed, slowly digital odometer changes. Speedometer will change 72, 73, 74, 75. Like this, that is called as instantaneous speed. If you want to find out the instantaneous speed, then you have to take a small part. When you don't know how to deal with a large body, because large body is a curved body, curved path, and you want to find out velocity here, you don't want to find out speed, you want to find out the velocity, instantaneous velocity. Then as it is a curved part, you will take a smaller part from the curve. It appears to be a straight line which is taken as ds, and this is time is taken as dt. Then instantaneous velocity is given by ds by dt. As you are dividing irregular shaped bodies into smaller squares, here irregular shaped path you are dividing into smaller part. ds by dt gives you instantaneous velocity at that point. For example, during the journey, the speedometer of your bike is showing 80 kilometers per hour, but here it is showing 85 kilometers per hour. Your speed has increased from here to here. Here instantaneous speed is different, there instantaneous speed is different. Oh, okay, understood what I'm saying now? This is the meaning of differentiation. This is the meaning of differentiation. When you don't know how to deal with irregular shaped bodies, you divide into smaller parts, and smaller parts are definitely having regular shapes. For example, I have taken a small part of a paper, irregular shaped part of a paper I am taking, and you divide into smaller and smaller and smaller parts, so small that it cannot be further cut. Then it is called as an atom. An atom is imagined to be a spherical in shape. The smaller parts is imagined to be spherical in shape. So ఏదైనా బాడీని చిన్న చిన్న పార్ట్స్ స్మాలర్ పార్ట్స్ డివైడ్ చేస్తే రెగ్యులర్ షేప్స్ వస్తాయి. Understood what I'm saying? That's the reason why we divide. And differentiation, don't differentiate from boys and girls. Let the girls read, let the girls study in a college. Don't differentiate boys. Sir, you are showing partiality, you are differentiating us. Difference చూపిస్తున్నాం వాళ్ళు. That is the English meaning of differentiation, means dividing. Okay, what British people used to do, they used to differentiate Muslims and Hindus, and they start making us quarrel each other, and we die each other. They will be sitting and enjoying seeing, and they want to dominate the total, capture the total India. So they want to reduce their efforts, means increase our efforts of fighting. That is the meaning of differentiation, means dividing, divide and rule. Okay, so that's the meaning of differentiation. Okay, what is the formula for differentiation in some of the cases? Let us see now. So this is about the explanation here, and the first thing is he has said, what is that there present here now? ఏముండింది అక్కడ? X power minus 3. So first one is x power minus 3. Differentiate with respect to, here if he says that differentiate with respect to x అన్నాడు, so you have to differentiate with respect to x here. So to differentiate with respect to x, you should have an idea about a general formula that d by dx of x power n is taken as n into x power of n minus 1. Okay, this is a general formula for differentiation. For example, if you are differentiating d by dx of x power 3, you should write 3x power of 3 minus 1, then your answer is going to be 3x square. If you want to differentiate d by dx of x power 1, there is nothing here, only x is there, then what will you write? Yes, you will write 1 only, because dx cancel. If you want to apply this formula and see, so here 1 is there, so 1 into x power of 1 minus 1, which is nothing but x power 0, anything power of 0 is also going to be 1, or you just cancel out here dx by dx, it is also going to be 1 here. Is it understood what I am saying now? It's a general formula for differentiation, but here in this case, if you observe, it is shown that x power minus 3, so d by dx of x power minus 3 here, which is nothing but minus 3 into x minus 3 minus 1, because here n is going to be minus 3 in this case. Am I right or not? X power of n, in the place of n, minus 3 is present, so we write minus 3 into x power of minus 3 minus 1, which is going to be how much? This is going to be minus 3 x power of minus 4. Understood? So differentiation of x power minus 3 is minus 3 x power of minus 4. Okay, so what is the differentiation of x power of 3 by 2 with respect to x? So what is the formula here? So d by dx of x power of 3 by 2, if you want to differentiate, now according to our formula, the formula is d by dx of x power n is nothing but nx power of n minus 1. So here, what are we going to write now? 3 by 2 into x power of 3 by 2 minus 1, which can be taken as how much? 3 by 2. This is x power of 1 by 2. Okay, but here, any differentiation you take, you have to differentiate in two layers. Okay, one thing is you have to differentiate with respect to power first, and after that you have to take that single variable without any power. So that means once you differentiate x power 3 by using this formula, again you have to differentiate x also, that is dx by dx also. Okay, so how do I explain this one? Differentiation of x power minus 3 can also be written like this: d by dx of x power minus 3. Once you have to differentiate, and again in the second layer you have to differentiate the only variable without taking any power. You have to differentiate like this. As denominator and numerator both are going to be same here, it's going to be 1. So I didn't write that one here. So it's going to be 1. I didn't write. So just write like this. So after that, here also you have to differentiate in two layers. One is with power, you have to differentiate. Again, you have to differentiate x separately, single variable. Then here it's going to be 1. That's why I didn't take that one. I have written like this. So this can also be written as 3 by 2 root x, because something power of 1 by 2 is going to be root x here. Now, differentiation of what is this? D by dx of 1 by x. How much it is going to be? Yes. So this is going to be, this you can write it as x power of minus 1. So d by dx of x power of minus 1, this can be taken as minus x, because here n is taken as minus 1, and according to the formula, d by dx of nx, x power n is nx power of n minus 1 here. So minus 1 into x minus 1 minus 1. That's it. And inner layer you have to again differentiate dx by dt, dx by dx, which is going to be 1 here. So minus x power of minus 2, which can be taken as minus 1 by x square. So 1 by x is taken as minus 1 by x square. Hope you understood now. Yes. So what is the differentiation of x power of 1 by 2? Yes. You can write this as x power of minus 1 by 2, where x power n, instead of n you have to take minus 1 by 2, and according to the general formula, x power of n, which is nx power of n minus 1. So if you compare that with the formula, then d by dx of x power of minus 1 by 2 is nothing but minus 1 by 2 x minus 1 by 2 minus 1. And again inner layer is just another layer is dx by dt. If you differentiate, is going to be 1 here. So it's going to be minus 1 by 2 x power of minus 1 by 3. You'll write here. Okay, so you can also leave like that only. If you want to write, you can write cube root of x also. You can write. You can leave this like that. Is it understood what I'm saying now? So this is the method of differentiation. X power 1 by 3. Okay, so differentiation of x power 1 by 3, which is 1 by 3 x power of 1 by 3 minus 1. Again, second layer is dx by dx. You have to differentiate without any power. Single variable you have to differentiate. Then how much you're getting? So it's going to be minus 2 by 3. Okay, minus 2 by 3 by 3. Okay, like this you can keep. That's it. ఇలానే ఉంచొచ్చు, లేదంటే you can take this as 1 by 3 x power of 2 by 3 ఇట్లా రాసుకోవచ్చు. Or else you can also write this as 3 cube root of 3 whole square also can write, because here square root of x is nothing but x power of 1 by 2, x power of 1 by 2, and cube root of x is nothing but x power of 1 by 3. So that's why what I have done, x power of 1 by 3 I have written as cube root of 3, but still power is there, 2 is there here, so I have written like this. So in these three fashions he may ask the options. Anything else? Any of these three options are going to be correct in this case. Okay, so now variable with one constant, variable one with one constant, this is just like a revision for those who are coming after explaining all this. I have explained all this in the previous 2 weeks. I have been explaining these portions also based on this, but those who are newcomers, for them it's a new, it might be new for them, and those who are old, for them it may be revision here. Okay, so here this is a constant. Now what we'll do now, so d by dx of 3x power of minus 5 you take. See, this is going to be a constant. There is no differentiation for constant. Keep it aside now and differentiate only d by dx of x power minus 5 Again, only x you have to differentiate separately. Dx by dx is going to be 1 here. Then what is left here? 3 you keep like it. And this is x power of, what is that formula? Minus 5 into x, minus 5 minus 1, as it is same what I have been explaining previous problems, that is nx power of n minus 1, where n is going to be minus 5 in this case. So minus 5 into x power of n minus 1 means minus 5 minus 1 is going to be how much? 5 3s are 15 here, because this is a coefficient we are getting as minus 5 minus 15 x power of minus 6. So this can also be written as minus 15 by x power 6, because power of minus 6 comes to denominator, becomes plus 6 here. Okay, so this is the method of solving here this problem. Now 5x, understood? So 5x means can be written as x power minus 1 divided by 5 here. So 1 by 5 d by dx of x power minus 1, with power I am doing, and separately with respect to x inner part, okay, inner layer also separately I am doing. So writing 1 by 5 like as it is. Okay, so this is na, n means minus 1 into a power of minus 1 minus 1. So this is going to be minus 1 by 5, and this is going to be x power of minus 2, which can also be written as 1 by 5x square. Hope you understood what I am saying now. Is it? Okay. So like this you have to write the final formula. So 6x power of, bula, so 6x power of 3 by 2. Okay. So d by dx of 6x power of 3 by 2, if you take, so constant doesn't have any differentiation, that should be taken out. So differentiate x with respect to 3 by 2. Again differentiate x separately. Okay, so 6x, so this can be taken as 3 by 2 nx power of n minus 1. Okay, and this is going to be 1 here. So this can be taken as 2 ones, 2 3 times, then 3 3s are 9, x power of 1 by 2. So this can be taken as 9 of what is this? 9 root x kuda teesukochu, and write like this. Hope you understood what I am saying now. So now this one, differentiate. So as you have habituated to do single terms, now you should be able to do the expression also without having a separate steps. Now directly you can solve this problem without using single steps here. Now you have to differentiate with respect to, see, differentiate with respect to 2x అన్నాడు అనుకో. So what you will do now? See, now don't do simple silly things like what I have done in the previous 9 problems, 8 problems. This is the 9th one. Directly 5, 6 5s are 30, x power of nx అయిపోయింది, n minus 1, which is 5 minus 1, which is nothing but 4, you write directly. Now 4, 3 4s are 12, x square, minus 2 3s are 6, x power of nx power of n minus 1, 2 minus 1 is 1. So power reduces. The next, if you differentiate, 5 becomes 4, 3 becomes 2, square becomes 1, and here nothing is there. 2 into dx by dx is going to become 2. Differentiation of constant is going to become 0. So need not write that one. So this is an expression. Directly we have done this. Is it okay? Now, so how are you going to do this one? I think better you do separately this one to eliminate confusion. If you are experienced, you can do directly, but if you are not having that much experience to do this problem, I can do this in one step, single step, but for you, let me differentiate separately. So here, first of all, 5x power of minus how much? Minus 3 by 2. This can be taken as 5 into minus 3 by 2, nx power of n minus 1, minus 3 by 2 minus 1. Okay, so this is how much? 5 3s are 15, minus 15 by 2, x power of how much it will become? Minus 5 by 2. Is it okay? Is it okay? Understood what I am saying now? So differentiation of the first term is over. Okay, so differentiation of the first term is over. Now let us differentiate the second term. See, 4 you keep like that only. Root x can be taken as x power of 1 by 2. It comes to numerator, becomes x power of minus 1 by 2. So 4 as it is a constant, you keep like that only. Now differentiate this with respect to x now. Okay, so this is going to be d by dx. 4 is going to be constant, it is outside. So this is nx. N means minus 1 by 2. X power of n minus 1 minus 1 by 2 minus 1. Okay, this is going to be how much? Again, x if you want you can do. I think I have shown many times, so no need to show now. 4 minus 1 by 2 here. X power of minus 3 by 2. So this is 1 times, this is 2 times. So this can be taken as minus 2 x power of minus 3 by 2. You can take this separately. So that is over. Okay, so root x if you want to do separately, just now I told what is the formula for root x. Root x can be taken as x power of 1 by 2. This is 1 by 2 power of 1 by 2 into x. 1 by 2 minus 1. Nx power of n minus 1. So 1 by 2 x power of minus 1 by 2. So 1 by 2 x power of 1 by 2. This is taken as 2 root x. See, this instead of doing again and again, there is direct method. If you know this process, no need to do again and again here. Differentiation of root x becomes 1 by 2 root x. That's it. Differentiation of root x becomes 1 by 2 root x. You can write directly here this one. So I have taken this part separately. I have taken this part separately. Okay. Next, what is the differentiation of minus 7 by x? So minus 7 is going to be constant. X power of minus 1. X power of x comes to numerator become power of minus 1 here. So d by dx of x power of minus 1 minus x minus 1 is going to be minus x power of minus 2, which is minus 1 by x square. So directly whenever 1 by x comes, here, you can just write minus 1 by x square. Differentiation of 1 by x. Whenever you get differentiation of 1 by x, directly you can write minus 1 by x square. No need to write all these things because you have habituated. You have done this many times. I think I have shown here differentiation of differentiation. Okay. So hope you understood this one. Then what you will do? Directly take and write all these things here. Now solution. So the solution for this is going to be how much? The first term lo em ochindi minus 15 by 2 x power of minus 5 by 2 plus 4 by root x ki em ochindi ide kada ochindi, yes. So 5 by 2 minus 2x power of minus 3 by 2 plus 1 by 2 root x, 1 by 2 root x. This is minus 7 by x square. Minus of minus plus becomes, because 1 by x becomes minus 1 by x square. Minus of minus is going to be plus. So like this you can write the final term and leave it. Is it understood what I am saying now? So this is the method to solve the problem. Now how will you solve this type of trigonometric and exponential forms differentiation? Okay. So for that you need to remember some of the formulas which are very important. See here, d by dx of sin x is going to be cos x. Okay. Here also you have to do the problem in 2 layers. That first you have to differentiate trigonometric function and you have to differentiate the variable also. Again, this one you have to differentiate dx by dx is going to be 1 here. Only to right side. So then after that, d by dx of cos x is going to be minus sin x is going to be the formula for that. Again, 2 layers, inner layer x ki separate ga cheyali, dx by dx is going to be 1. So I'll write. So the formula which you have to remember is d by dx of sin x is going to be cos x. D by dx of cos x is going to be minus sin x. Then one more thing here is d by dx of e power x is going to be e power x only. But and the power separately you have to do, that is dx by dx you have to do separately, going to be 1 again. So you need not write this one. So d by dx of e power x ni e power x rayala. Okay. Once you know the basics of this formulas, then you can solve this very easily. Okay. So you can solve this very easily now. Differentiating with respect to x and so differentiate with respect to x. So dy by dx sin x is going to be how much? Cos x plus e power x is going to be the final solution. Understand? Okay. Now how will you solve this one? See, differentiation of Differentiation of log x base e is going to be 1 by x. You just remember this one. Okay, differentiation of log x is going to be 1 by x. And again, x you have to differentiate separately. The second layer, so dx by dx is going to be 1 here, no need to write that one. Okay, so differentiation of log x is 1 by x. You have to remember these formulas. Okay, then let us see what's going to happen now. Dy by dx is going to be cos x, which is nothing but minus sin x, plus this is going to be 1 by x. That's it. Understood? Next, how will you solve this one? Differentiating with respect to x, dy by dx is nothing but this is how much? 2 into x power of 2 minus 1, which is again 1, no need to write that one. So this is going to be e power x again. Again, x is separately cheyala, dx by dx, anyhow it is going to be 1. Here also x you have to do separately, dx by dx, it's also going to be 1. So no need to write this one. Now this one here, see. So y 3 6x power of 2 minus 1, n into x power of n minus 1, sorry, 3 2 into x power of 2 minus 1 plus log x is going to be 1 by x, and for constant there is no differentiation, it's going to be 0. So what will you write now? 6x, that's it. Okay, plus 1 by x. Now this type of expression whole square, for this you can do in two methods. You can do in two methods. One is expansion method, that you can expand this because square is there. So how much? A square minus 2ab, 2 3 is 6, x square plus b square means 9 you will get. You can expand this one and differentiate because square is there. Understood? So you can write like this, dy by dx, which is nothing but 4x cube, that's it, minus 2 3 is 6x, power of 2 minus 1 is 1, you not write. So differentiation of constant is going to be 0. For 9, it's going to be 0. That's it. Okay. So like this you can do. This is one method. This is one method. What is the next method? What is the next method? Next method is power method. So here you can write dy by dx. This can be taken as, this total value can be taken as a power n, where a is going to be the expression here, n into a power of n minus 1, first layer. That means you have to write 2 into x square minus 3, you have completed. Inner layer if you do, again, that means you have to do d by dx of x square minus 3 separately. Outer layer means with power you have done, 2 minus 1 is going to be 1 again. So inner layer if you do, d by dx of x square is going to be 2x, and d by dx of minus 3 is going to be 0. So what is left now? Again 2x is left. So with power and this you will do. So what are you going to get now? It's going to be 4x x cube minus 3. So therefore is going to be how much? 4x cube minus 4 3s are ఏమైనా మిస్టేక్ చేసినామా? This is 2x power of 2 minus 1 means 6 12x. Okay, so both the methods are okay. See, power method is a universal method. You can apply for any powers. Only square means you know the formula for square, a square plus b square minus 2ab. You have applied the formula. A minus b whole cube also you can apply the formula, but power method is universal method. How can you do this type of problems now? If power is not 9, we don't know the formula for it. There is, this type of formula does not exist. Power of 9. So what will you do now? Dy by dx is going to be power 9 x square minus 3 n minus 1, nx power of n minus 1. This total term is imagined to be x now. Nx power of n minus 1. Again inner layer if you do, you will be getting how much? Just 2x, that's it. Understood? Inner layer separately how to do? You write it as 2x, and differentiation of 3 is going to be 0. Therefore we write it as 9 2s are 18x x square minus 3 whole power of 8. That's it. You leave this much, you do this much and leave it. That's it. Understand? So like this you have to do. Okay, so what will you do if it is like this? Sin 2x. See here, differentiating with respect to x, Sine 2x. Differentiation of sin x is going to be how much? Just cos x. So we write in two layers d by dx of sine 2x you have to do again you have to do d by dx of 2x separately, inner layer angle is separate. Then you will be getting how much here now is going to be cos 2x, and if you do that one 2 will get common and dx by dx is going to be 1, so 2 cos 2x is going to be your final answer for this. Hope you understood. Is it clear? Now e power of 2x, so what will you do? D by dx of e power of 2x, and you know d by dx of e power x is going to be e power x only. Again x means if you do dx by dx is going to be 1, it's going to be a general formula, but for this d by dx of e power 2x you have to do, and again you have to do differentiation for separately power also. Okay, so this is going to give e power of 2x only, and that will give again 2 separately, because dx by dx is going to be 1 here, 2 is going to be constant here, so your final answer is 2x power of 2 e power of 2x. That's it. Understood what I'm saying now? Okay, so this one how will you do? See, for d by dx, dy by dx you have to do. For example, this is taken as the 18th problem, 18th or 19th one. 19th one, if it is given as y is this much, so you have to do dy by dx with respect to x. 4 x square plus 3 x power of 4 minus 1 n into x, ఇది మొత్తం x లాగా ఇమాజిన్ చేసుకుంటే n into x power of n minus 1, separately inner layer if you do how much will get? 2x plus 3. Understood what I'm saying now? So what will you get now? 4 x square plus 3x, and this is going to be 3, and 2x plus 3 separately how to do. Okay, this is the final result. Hope you understood what I'm saying now. Okay, next cos 3x. See, d by dx of cos x is going to be minus sin x. Understood? So what will you do now here? You have to take for example this is y, so dy by dx, which is nothing but you have to differentiate cos 3x, again d by dx of, okay, so dy by dx means cos 3x you differentiate, again 3x you have to differentiate separately. Flight mode lo leda adi, flight mode lo పెట్టాను కదా నేను. Okay, so now see d by dx of cos x, just cos x is going to be minus sin x, so we can just write it as minus sin 3x, and this is going to be again 3 into dx by dx, again you're getting 3 here, so this can be taken as minus 3 sin 3x. Hope you understood this one. Next, d by dx of log x square. Okay, so d by dx of log x is nothing but how much? 1 by x, so this can be taken as 1 by x square, again you have to differentiate x square separately. This is 2x power of 2 minus 1, therefore 2x by x square, so your final result is 2 by x. Understood? Next, what will you do here? See, if you want to differentiate with respect to x here, d by dx of sin x is how much? Cos x, means cos 3x plus 2 you write as it is. Inner layer if you differentiate d by dx of 3x plus 2 you will getting how much? 3, that's it. So 3 cos 3x plus 2 is going to be your final answer. Hope you understood what I am saying now. Okay, next thing is how to differentiate the product of two variables, d by dx of u into v. Okay, so two variables having product, then how will you differentiate this one? So we use one method which is called as uv method. So what is this uv method explaining? See, first thing is you have to take one variable as constant and differentiate one variable, plus second variable is taken as constant and differentiate the first variable. Hope you understood. Is it sorry, du, this is u, not y, this is u. This is called as uv method. This is called as uv method. Generally this type of method is used for what is said to be Newton's second law, explaining Newton's second law in terms of differentiation. So how do you explain Newton's second law in terms of differentiation? See, Newton's second law says that force is directly proportional to rate of change of momentum. What is the meaning of that formula? This is mass. If the body is having initial velocity, you are applying certain force here. The body's velocity increases from initial velocity to the final velocity. So we write F is equal to m into a, because body is having acceleration, where acceleration is nothing but final velocity minus initial velocity into t. So this can be taken as, this implies that F can be taken as m into a, which is v minus u by t, which can also be written as mv minus mu by t, where momentum is nothing but it's a product of mass into velocity. Momentum is going to be the product of mass into velocity here. So force in general, without using differentiation, the definition is force is equal to rate of change of momentum. Force is directly proportional to rate of change of momentum, means the larger there is a change in the momentum, the larger is going to be the force. Understood what I am saying now? Direct relation. So here, you know, in terms of differentiation, if it is explained, the same Newton's second law, we write d by dt of p, where p is nothing but it's a product of mass and velocity. So we write this as d by dt of m into v. Okay, so here we use UV method. So we write this as F is equal to m is considered as constant, and we differentiate v with respect to time, and sometimes we take v as the constant and differentiate with respect to time for mass. So this, what is the meaning of this? Velocity is variable, mass is constant, and the second case velocity is constant and mass is variable. Okay, okay. Now this is called as UV method. Hope you understood. Next thing is, what is the differentiation of u by v? Division method. Okay, what is the differentiation of u by v? For that there is one formula. What is that formula? 1 by v square v du by dx minus u dv by dx. This is going to be the formula here. U by v method we call it as. Okay, u by v method. So when there is a differentiation, how to find out the differentiation in the case of division? We have to use this formula. And you might be getting doubt, how do you get this formula, sir? See, this formula is a dissection of the formula which is called as UV method. So what you have done? Just I should take u and I should take u power v power of minus 1. UV method use chesi ikkada kuda. V comes to numerator become v power minus 1. So here, okay, so v power of minus 1 atle petti u ni differentiate cheste du by dx plus v atle pettam. So u d by dx of v power minus 1 you can differentiate now. So what will you do? What will you get here? 1 by v. V power of minus 1 is nothing but 1 by v. So du by dx you will write like that only. So you keep like that only here. Okay, you keep like that only, and you differentiate d by dx of v power of v power of minus 1 ni differentiate cheste em vastundi minus v power of minus 1 n into x power of n minus 1. Here x is v, n is minus 1 into v power of minus 1. This is going to be minus v power of minus 2, which is minus 1 by v square you are getting. And here the variable denominator and the variable numerator are completely different. If it was x here, dx by dx was 1. But again, with power if you differentiate, v separately if you differentiate, how much you'll get? dv by dx as it is you have to write and keep it. Understood? So what is the formula now? d by dx of v power minus 1 is minus 1 by v square. Again you have to write dv by dx like this. You have to keep like this. Okay, as v is different, x is different, it cannot get cancelled here now. So keep it like that only and right here. So q at u, and as it is going to be e minus ikkada వేసేసిన ముందే, so u by v square, and what you are going to get now? dv by dx. Okay, so what I will do now? Here only one v is there, here v square is there. I want to common out 1 by v square. So can I write multiply numerator and denominator with v? V by v square. Multiply numerator and denominator with v. Then I can write this as, I will common out 1 by v square and I will get v into du by dx minus u into dv by dx. This 1 by v square comes to the denominator. Hope you understood now. So from this you are getting this step here. Is it okay? I'm saying now. Yes. Hope you understood this one. Is it clear? Yeah. So now this, once you remember this formula, what is that formula? D by dx of V by U is nothing but V by U by V R. V by U మనం రాసుకుంది ఇక్కడ U by V. U by V. ఏదైనా రాసుకో, no problem. But V should come in. V denominator means V square will be in the denominator. That's you have to remember. So U by V means whatever denominator is there, V square. And here first V will come. V du by dx minus U dV by dx. Hope you remember this formula now. So this formula can be used for trigonometry also. So what is now d by dx of tan x? We know d by dx of sin x, we know d by dx of cos x, but what is d by dx of tan x? See, d by dx of tan x can be taken as sin x by cos x here, okay? See, okay. Now, this is just like u by v method. So what will you write now? Cos x, cos square x, next cos x, u d by dx of sin x minus sin x d by dx of cos x. Separately how to do. So I have applied u by v method for this. Now what I am going to get finally, cos x d by dx of sin x is again cos x minus sin x, d by dx of cos x is minus sin x. So this is going to become plus now, divided by cos square x. So this is going to be cos square x plus sin square x. Okay. So cos square x plus sin square x is going to be 1. Cos square theta plus sin square theta is equal to 1. Cos square x plus sin square x is going to be 1. So we'll be getting how much? 1 by cos square x, which can be taken as secant square x. Okay. So d by dx of tan x is going to be the direct answer as secant square x. ఇదంతా మళ్ళీ చేయాల్సిన అవసరం లేదు మనము. You just remember d by dx of tan x is equal to secant square x, but you should know what is u by v method. How does it works? You know that one. You should know that one. Is it understood what I am saying now? So yes, what is d by dx of cot x? Okay, so this can be taken as d by dx of cos x by sin x this you should remember for reference. So మనకు వచ్చిన ఫార్ములా ఎలా వచ్చింది అనేది ఒక ఐడియా ఉండాలంటే you should know this formula so that we can do correct analysis of our formula here now. So sin x v కింద ఉంది, so this can be taken as sin square x in the denominator, and first v comes means sin x should come d by dx of cos x minus first cos x uv u dv minus v du. Okay, v cos x d by dx of sin x. Hope you understood what I am saying now. Yes. So what will you get now? Sin x, and this is going to be minus sin x, so minus sin square x, and this is cos x, d by dx of sin x is again cos x, so cos square x divided by sin square x. So common out minus, we will be getting sin square x plus cos square x divided by sin square x. So this is going to be 1 here, sin square theta plus cos square theta is going to be 1. So finally getting how much? Minus 1 by sin square x, which is nothing but minus cosecant square x, because you should know that 1 by sin x is nothing but cosecant x here. So similarly previously how much you got? 1 by cos x is nothing but secant x. That's the reason we have written here. What is that? Cos x. Cos x becomes secant x. Cos square x becomes secant square x. That's it. Okay. Hope you understood what I am doing now. Is it clear? Understood? So these are the basics of your differentiation. Hope you understand what I am saying now. Hmm? Now, now you can just hear, as you know about differentiation, this is the next topic which is called as integration. Now just see here, integration of x power n into dx, x power n plus 1 by n plus 1. This is going to be the ultimate single formula where we can use this formula and solve the problems of integration. So now here, this can be written as, by using that formula, 9 plus 1 by 9 plus 1, which is x power 10 by 10. That's it. Okay, the simple method and simple formula. Now here, this can be taken as x power n plus 1, that means 1 by 3 plus 1 by 1 by 3 plus 1, because as you know, కొంచెం అలవాటు అయిన తర్వాత నేను రాస్తూనే ఉంటా ఫార్ములా పక్కల, so that you will not get confusion. Those who are very new, because you are from first year, many students are from first year, 6th, 7th, not 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th students also can understand. N plus 1 by n plus 1, this is a basic here. So what you will get from this, x power of 1 by, this is going to be how much? 4 by 3, yes, 4 by 3 by 4 by 3, which is nothing but 3 by 4 times of x power of 4 by 3. Hope you understood this one. కొంచెం చెక్ చేసి చూడండి, ఎందుకంటే I might be doing some mistake by in hurry because I'll be excited while explaining. I might be doing some mistakes now. See, this is another one. This can be taken as x power of minus 2 into dx. This can be taken as x power n plus 1, means 2 plus 1 by 2 plus 1, because n is going to be minus 1 here. X power n plus 1 means minus 2 plus 1 is going to be how much? X power of minus 1 by minus 1, which can be taken as minus 1 by x you will get now, because minus will get here, x power of minus 1 goes to denominator, becomes x power plus 1. Okay, so this is going to be your final step here. Okay, now what is the next one? X power of 1 by 3 in the denominator, so what can you write this as? X power of minus 1 by 3 into dx, which can be taken as x power of minus 1 by 3 plus 1 by minus 1 by 3 plus 1 again. So x power of how much you will get? Yes, minus 2 by 3 minus 2 by 3. So this is 3 by 2 minus 3 by 2, x power of minus 2 by 3, or you can write minus 3 by 2 x power of 2 by 3. This comes to denominator, becomes plus 1 here. Next, 3x square. So here 3 as it is, it's a constant, it can be taken out of integration. So this is x cube by 3. So your final answer is x cube. That's it. Now, see, now along with the variable, one constant is also there. Along with the variable, constant is also there. Constant will take outside. This is x power n plus 1, 3 by 2 plus 1 by 3 by 2 plus 1. So 2 as it is, x power of 5 by 2 by 5 by 2. 5 by 2 can be taken as 2 by 5. Okay, 5 by 2 will get 2 by 5 right now. So this can be taken as 4 by 5, x power of 5 by 2. That's it. Next, so here you can split it, 3x square into dx plus 4x dx, you can write like this. You can split here, now take dx for each and every term, then you will be getting how much? 3x cube by 3, ఇక్కడ రాస్తా నేను, cancel అయిపోతుంది, plus 4 into x power 1 means x power n plus 1 means 1 plus 1 by 1 plus 1, which is nothing but x square by 2. So therefore 3 gets cancelled, 2 gets cancelled. Now finally x cube plus 2x square we are getting. Okay, so this is the integration of that one. Now here, now I will not write any symbol steps now. Directly I'll write now. This is going to be 4 x power 4 by 4 plus 3 x cube by 3 and integration of only dx is left. See, I didn't split here, directly I have written 4x cube dx ante idi, 3x square dx means this one, and only dx is left here. You should remember that integration of just dx, integration differentiation gets cancelled, only x is left. Understood? Only x is left here. Hope you understood what I am saying. And then that's it. So this is the final one. Next here, so 5 x power of 3 by 2 plus 1 by 3 by 2 plus 1 minus 2 x cube by 3 plus 6 kuda constant, alpha is also constant. Integration of just dx is going to be x, that's it. Okay, can simplify now once you understood. Okay, so here as integration of e power x is also e power x into dx is also e power x only. Understand? As you have taken differentiation of e power x is considered as e power x. Similarly, integration of e power x into dx is also e power x only. But some changes are there here. For example, here what you have done, if it is integration or differentiation of e power 2x, for example 2x is there, what will you write now? E power 2x, e power 2x, as it is 2x you will do separately, 2 is left now, so you will write 2 e power of 2x will write. But what happens when it is integration of e power 2x into dx? Yes, see, integration of 2x as it is you write, and the coefficient will come in the denominator. Understood? This is a simple change. What is that? The coefficient will come in the denominator here. Understood what I am saying now? Is it clear what I am saying? So ఇక్కడ ఏం చేస్తుంటే 2x కి సెపరేట్ చేస్తే 2 పక్కలకు వస్తుంది. But here if you integrate separately 2x, it comes to the denominator. Coefficient will come to denominator. That's it. That's the thing you have to remember here. Is it okay? So మీరు ఎప్పుడైనా చూసుకునేటప్పుడు దాన్ని ఎక్స్పాండ్ చేసుకోవచ్చు. Okay, so now how will you solve this problem? See, integration of e power x is again e power x only, plus integration of x power 1 by x. See whenever you get dx by x, what will you write now? You know x power of minus 1 into dx, so directly you can write minus 1 by x square. Understood what I am saying now? Directly you can write 1 by x square. అదే కదా వచ్చేది మనం చేసినాంలో ఇప్పుడు. What we have done here? We didn't do that one. Okay, so integration of dx by x will become minus 1 by x square directly. How can we say this one? See, dx by x means x power minus 1 into dx kada. Integration of this comes to numerator becomes x power minus 1. So this is x power minus 1 plus 1. Then is it okay? So minus 1 plus 1, 0 na? X power minus 1, integration of x power minus 1. Is going to be n plus, yes, correct. So here, see, dx by 1 by x, integration of 1 by x into dx can be taken as log x base e, reverse to that of differentiation. Hope you understood what I am saying now? Yes. So what we have done here, differentiation of log x base e, I have written as 1 by x. Reverse. So integration of dx by x is going to be log x base e. Understood what I am saying now? Is it clear? Okay. So just see. This is going to be log x. Now plus 2x means 2x cube by 3, and this is 3 into dx. Integration of just dx, 3 is constant. X is going to be x. That's it. Hope you understood this one. Is it clear? Now this one you have to do. How will you do this one? See here, integration of cos x is how much? And integration of sin x is how much? Here, you know, differentiation of sin x is going to be how much? Just cos x. And differentiation of cos x is going to be minus sin x. ఇక్కడ cos తీసుకుంటే మైనస్ వస్తుంది, ఇక్కడ ఇంటిగ్రేషన్ ఆఫ్ cos x is going to be just sin x, integration of sin x is minus cos x. జస్ట్ రివర్స్, ఇక్కడ ప్లస్ ఇక్కడ cos కి మైనస్ వస్తుంది, ఇక్కడ sin కి వస్తుంది మైనస్. This formula you have to remember, and remaining things are as it is. So what are you going to get now? The integration of cos x is how much? Just sin x plus 3x power of 1 by 2 into dx is going to be 3x power of 1 by 2 plus 1 by 2 plus 1. You can just simplify this one, plus 3 log x. Then so దీని ఏం రాసుకోవచ్చు? Just 1 by x and log x, but 1 by what is this going to be? 3x power of minus 2, x power of minus 2, 3x power of minus 2 ఇది into dx. So x power minus 2 plus 1 by minus 2 plus 1 is going to be how much? X power of minus 1 by minus 1, minus 1 by x also. Okay, so we understood what I am saying now? Is it clear? So 3x power of minus 1 minus 2 is going to be n plus 1 by n plus 1. N means minus 2 here. So minus 2 plus 1 by minus 2 plus 1. So it's going to be minus 1 by minus 1. So minus 1 by x. This minus 1 will become just minus here, and this x power minus 1 comes denominator becomes 1 by x. That's it. So here you got the value of 3 by x here. So plus, what will you write now? 3 minus 3 by x. That's it. Okay, so definite integrals means limits kuda untayi. Limits from 2 to 4. So what are you going to write now here? So integration of dx by x is nothing but log x base e, and limits are from 2 to 4, means log 4 base e minus log 2 base e. Once you have to substitute 4 and difference, substitute 2 here. That is the meaning of difference. I mean, definite integrals means definite values will be given, 2 to 4 limits. We call it as limits from 2 to 4. So what will you write now? Log m minus log n means log m by n base e, which is nothing but log 2 base e. Okay, so how do you write this one? Root x dx. Okay, so this can be taken as x power of 1 by 2 plus 1 by 2 plus 1, because root x can also be taken as x power of 1 by 2 into dx. Root x is nothing but x power 1 by 2. Okay, so 1 plus half plus 1 by half plus 1 you write. That's it. And after that you will just write x power of 3 by 2. This is 2 by 3, and you have to use the limits here. Limits use చేసుకోవాలి ఇక్కడ నుంచి 4 to 9. That means you write 2 by 3, 4 to 9 means 9 power of 3 by 2 minus 4 power of 3 by 2 here. This can be taken as 2 by 3. So దీన్ని 3 square రాసుకోవచ్చు అని, 3 square into 3 by 2 minus 2 square into 3 by 2. So here 2 gets cancelled here, 2 gets cancelled here. So 2 by 3, and this is 3 cube minus 2 cube. Simplify chesi emoste ade answer. Hope you understood this one. Now this is the definite integrals. So integration of sin x is how much? Minus cos x, and limits are from 0 to pi by 4, plus integration of cos x dx is nothing but sin x, and limits are from 0 to pi by 4. So minus you common out. First you have to substitute in the place of cos x is pi by 4, and again cos 0 plus sin pi by 4 minus sin 0. So you have to apply the limits here like this. Now here minus cos pi by 4, pi is nothing but 180 now. 180 by 4 is nothing but 45. Cos 45 and anta 1 by root 2. Cos 0 means 1. So minus sin 45. Sin pi by 4. Okay. So sin pi by 4 is again how much? Sin 45 and 1 by root 2. Okay. So because I think you might be knowing this triangle here where this is going to be 45 degrees, this is 45 degrees, this is 1, 1 and root 2. So sin 45 opposite side by hypotenuse 1 by root 2, cos 45 adjacent side by hypotenuse 1 by root 2. From that side also same, sin 45 opposite side by hypotenuse, cos 45 adjacent side by, anything you take, cos 45 or sin 45 1 by root 2. So this is 1 by root 2 minus sin 0 is going to be 0. That's it. So you have to simplify and keep the values here. Now, how do you this one? How do you do this one now? Just by taking the definite integrals means limits also you have to consider. 4 you write like this as it is x cube into dx. ప్రతి టర్మ్ లో dx వస్తుంది ఇక్కడ. So x power 4 by 4 ఇక్కడ రాసేస్తా 4. So that it will be easy to apply the limits. What is the limits? 0 to 2 plus 2 x cube by 3. Okay. Limits are from 0 to 2. You have to apply the limits. These are called as definite integrals. Plus 2 into x into dx, x power 1 is x power 1 plus 1 by 1 plus 1 means x power 2 by 2, and definite integrals are from 0 to 2, and here integration of 1 into dx is dx, integration of dx, integration differentiation cancel, x is left and limits are from 0 to 2. Now substitute the limits here. So this is 4 gets cancelled. Now you have to write 2 power 4 minus 0 power 4. 0 ఉంటే రాయాల్సిన అవసరం లేదు యాక్చువల్గా. సో డైరెక్ట్లీ 2 power 4 ప్లస్ 2 by 3 2 cube minus 0 cube రాయాల్సిన అవసరం లేదు, డైరెక్ట్ 2 cube రాయొచ్చు. బట్ యూ షుడ్ నో ద ఫస్ట్ టైం కదా, యూ షుడ్ నో ద how we are going to approach the problem here. X square means 2 square minus 0 square, and this is going to be 2 minus 0. That's it. So ఇదంతా సింప్లిఫై చేస్తే ఏమొస్తుంది అదే ఆన్సర్. ఓకే, hope you understood now. Yes. Now this one, hope we can do this one. Yes, come on. We'll stop the class today and take a break for 10 minutes after writing all this if you want till your sir comes.